What's up, Otter Gang in the house? The hat has come and we might be pumping. Holy, get ready to party. Let's go, Otter Gang. Okay, so where we at, man? Where are we at? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We are in 3 trades. We got a BTC long, we got a BTC short, we got an ETH long that we just entered and we'll talk about 12.05. We'll talk about getting into that one. We know we're holding these. We've taken some profits, but how are we all doing? Time's a ticking, Bitcoin. Are we going to get the Santa rally? Come on, we're getting Christmas gifts already, and the Otter Gang's ready to party. So let's look at these levels. Let's get into it because you know we out here. So what's up to you? Thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving your support and love. And let's jump into the charts because that's what we're here for. We have gotten a move up. So what are we looking for right now? Well, that's interesting. Like, I look at this and I see, well, maybe Head and Shoulders. Who knows what's going on? But we can look at this objectively. We can look at it as we always do. Pull up the beautiful fixed range volume profile. Let's pull up our levels and let's get right into it right here. We got our beautiful. Now I got 2 POCs marked out because you can see I got a POC down here. Look at this volume profile and look at this one here. We got two huge spikes which have been respected. So I got both of them. Don't be afraid to mark more than one POC because this can alternate depending on where the volume's going, and it might change along the way, but know that they're both significant and they're both places of support and resistance. Now, this range is getting quite saturated with lots of volume. We can see that we have a big, huge cone over here, and not so much up here. So we could be looking for a move up. Now, the video is, can BTC pump, right? And the one before that was 17 and was imminent. Well, we came up and we touched 1753, I believe. So let's get some new levels, keep some of our old levels because they're still practical to us right now. And let's look. So on the 4 hour, we have no signs of any blood diamonds, anything like that. We don't have any big signs. If we go into the further time frames on the daily, remember we looked at that weekly candle on Monday and we saw that it was very bearish, right? So can we get money flow to curve to the upside? The VWAP crossing over, right? It's very flat right now. There's nothing significant that I would say that's worth note like we did before, where we did get this beautiful divergence on the 4 hour. If we go to the 4 hour, we can notice that we did get a beautiful bingo bango bullish divergence that we talked about the other day, right here and right here, right? But we haven't gotten any big signs yet. But how did I get into this ETH? Because ETH trades very similarly to Bitcoin, right? It's a little bit, it's like very hyper cousin. It goes up and down a lot more and more dramatic. It likes to whine and cry and all these things. But no matter what, we know how to make choices that are not in anger by not revenge trading with a random setup. We come to the charts with a plan, don't we there, Otter Gang? And we can extract all the money from the markets as long as we're using good risk management and a proper mindset when we attack the charts. So we will look at the Bitcoin price. Can we pump? Can we dump? Well, those are both options. Right now, we are in an uptrend. If you can see, we are making higher highs. And we've kind of stopped in the middle here. We had some very bearish news about Japan today that came out. It was talking about the first time they've hiked interest rates in their way in the past 10 years. So that could have held us back because if we go over and we look at the S&P 500, they had a minorly positive day, but they came back up, right? So we got to check the other markets and see what they're doing as well, because they do have the S&P 500, the Dixie. The Dixie is the opposite of Bitcoin. If it's dumping, Bitcoin's pumping, vice versa. Not so much lately, but we also got to be aware of the other markets because they do have an effect on Bitcoin, right? So where can we go? Well, we have these areas marked out, and just like yesterday, we're literally in this range right here, right? And we're wondering, okay, are we going to break this resistance because we've had this touch down here. We've had these touches down here. So I'm actually going to move this 16.8 box, and I'm going to move it to the value area low in this range. So if I take an FR fixed range volume profile and I pull it across here, I can see that this box should probably be down here because it would be more respected, as you can see with these wicks from before, right? So I am adjusting on the fly, always making new adjustments to my charts as it suits the charts and as it suits of what the price can do, right? With the volume, with where it's going. See, right now we came up perfectly. If we look just recently, we just perfectly came up and touched the value area high. Now, this is quite the big push. Can we retrace and come back higher? Possibly to this point of control number 2. Now, we know this is a very high volume area, so we got to be patient and we got to wait for a good setup, right? So this setup right here, like if you caught the wick from that volume area, congratulations. You know, I did not take that trade. I did take a trade from down here on Ethereum. Now, if I go over to Ethereum, it's just the same as Bitcoin, right? So if I zoom into this area, let's go down to the good old nitty gritty 8-minute, right? And if I zoom down into this area where I took the trade, I took the trade from here. Bingo bango, right? Because I was getting lower lows, and then I got a higher high here. So if we look here, I got this little whoop whoop and this little whoop whoop, and I took that trade, right? I took it on Ethereum, right? And I got in at 12.05, right? Just like we looked at from before. Well, where is it? 12.05, right? Right down here, right? I got into that, and I've ridden it. You know, I took profit here. It came back down. I had moved my entry into break even, so I did not get stopped out when it came back here, you know, and I was out at the Christmas market, ho ho ho, and you know, I was out at the Christmas market and I saw that it came down. I was like, okay, we'll see what happens, and then boom, came up and hit my next stop, take profit. Wow, right? So I got paid to basically go out and enjoy an evening with the missus. Now, if you want to learn how to trade this way, level to level, with good risk management and setting your stop losses and your take profits along the way, where you can just leave the charts and just leave your trade and be like, if it goes, it goes. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But we have a plan and we're coming to the charts with a plan. Then stick around and like and subscribe if you're liking this content, because we're sharing everything here for free. It's all love. It's all friendship. It's all community. Otter Gang out. There's a link for the Discord down below if you want to come and join us. We're full of banter, we're full of fun, we're full of love, you know, and we're all positive and looking to learn from each other and help each other grow. Also, you could have taken a fibs, I'm sure, from down here up to here. Oh, look, golden pocket, bada bing. If you were waiting for this, you could have came in at 12.07 and ridden this up, right? So there's ways to pull fibs, to pull levels in order to get into trades, right? That's how I got into this Ethereum trade, right? If I look at the Ethereum trade, 12.0547, right? That's exactly where I got in, right? No BS here, just all straight shooters, right? So we're going to move this down here, and we're going to take a bigger look, right, of where we can go, because we want to know if we're going to pump, right? Now, what this tells me right now is that the way the markets are is that we have less volume. You can see less volume along here, right? It's decreasing, and then we get these big wicks. Boom, boom, right? So this is telling me we came up. We're coming sideways. We could be flagging, right? We could be flagging one of these, right? And this means more upside, right? If the further down this flag that we get, the tighter and the bigger the pop. You know what I mean? That thing. The bigger the pop, right? So we got to be prepared for that. Well, where are our next levels? Well, we have some levels coming in all the way up at our value area high at 17.484, right? And then above that, we're getting into the previous low from the previous range. Now, this is a very, very, very key level of support. You can see with the FOMC, it came above here and it sat and then it dumped on us, right? So it came up into this range over here and then it dumped on us. So we know that this previous low has a very, very high level of resistance, right? We know that. But our level before that is the value area high. We'll be looking for bearish divergences. What I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for a pump further up. That's why I'm holding my longs. Pump further up, either here at 17.1 or if we get quite the bit of volume at 17.4, and if we get quite a bit of volume at the next one, but I'll be prepared. And what will I be looking for? Well, I'll be looking for confluence. I'll be looking for bearish divergence, long wicks, exhaustion in the markets, low volume, or a high volume spike with lower volume following it, which will allow me to enter into a trade, right? I won't be trying to enter when the wick is just going straight like this, boom, right? And then I'm FOMO stopped out, right? That is not how we should operate. We should be having our levels, and when it's pumping like that, we should have a stop loss in place when we enter the trade. With those ones, when we enter the trade, at least do somewhat of a stop loss, even if it's a bit high, like a 50% stop loss. Like, yeah, you're going to lose whatever, let's say 20, 30, 40, 300, whatever your risk management is on your capital that you're willing to lose, you're only going to lose that much. You're not going to lose the bag, right? We're not going to get liquidated, right? So we got to practice these things. We got to look for confluence within our levels and with divergences, right? So I'd be looking for something like this, come up, come up and create these beautiful divergences, right? So we come up, then we come up, and then we get something like that, and then we get something on the charts down here that is something like this, right? With the momentum waves and the divergences. Those are key levels of entry at key levels of support and resistance matched by confluence. Now, where did the 17,167 come from? I believe that's a golden pocket. Let's pull the friggin' fibs. I said friggin' because you got to be censored here because there's children around. No, it's not for children. This is for otters. These are for the real traders. These are for the people. We are for the people, by the people. Now, where does this one go to? Well, I'm going to pull that down to here, and maybe we come higher with this one. Because I know this fibs, oh, look at that. It's from this top right here all the way down. We got a 17.16, so we got a fib. We got a retracement there. We can also pull this down to the swing low of this range, right? Down to this range and get confluence through this one, I bet. Bingo, bango. Yep, so this area is important, right? This area. Remember, it's not exact. It's an area. That's why we draw a box. Draw boxes. Don't draw lines. Draw boxes. Have your areas. Draw the box in the area, right? To give yourself some wiggle room. So, you know, it could come a little bit through it. Not everything hits to the T, but most things are pretty accurate. And you can judge that as prices coming up. If you're watching the chart and you're looking for the signals within your indicators, whether it's RSI, whether it's market cipher, whether it's Fu Manchu market cipher, whatever you're using to get your divergences, it will appear as the price is doing it, right? Maybe it does it and you get in a little bit late. Like I did not catch this Ethereum trade exactly at the bottom, right? I caught the bottom would have been 1202, right? Beautiful extra, whatever, 3%, right? How much is that? Point to 1205. That's 1/4%. If you're upset about 1/4% when entering a trade, when you catch that divergence, boom, boom, and you come back up, you're never gonna be happy, right? So as you can see, we've come back down a little bit here from pumping up. We came to these previous highs around here. Do I think we can continue higher? Yes, of course. I believe we'll come back up to this level at 16,926 before the end of the night, just because of the trend that we're in. Right now, we came down. We came here, got the blood diamond, came down, right? Now we've made higher lows. Now I believe we'll make higher lows back up to here. And we'll see what happens then. Maybe I look for a short. Maybe I look to add to my short from before because I've taken profits in that short. I've ridden that short all the way down to the bottom. If you look at that short, you can see that short, I was entered at 17,388, right? My stop loss is just above this area. So I'm looking to add to that because I've already taken quite a bit of profit out of it. So to add to that would be a great setup. Maybe it's a wick up to here. I would love to add to it around here or maybe up here where this previous high is. Let's mark that out as well, right? that can be a wick up as well because we've had exhaustion there before. So be prepared, get to these levels, mark them out on your charts. I'll zoom out for you guys so you can get them marked as well. And let's go out there and let's make some good trades. Let's be healthy and aware. Let's go out there and be smart. Let's go be diligent, but most of all, let's be patient because there's always going to be more trades. If you miss that setup, don't FOMO in. Take a deep breath and catch the next one. Just like I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you all. Otter gang, peace out. Love you. Take care. And I'll see you in the morning. We're going to go live tomorrow, so I can't wait to see you. Peace.